Welcome in, and let's see how this game goes. We've got a game one in a best of three between Dragonlord Freya, who's here in the purple and playing as the Japanese, versus Mr. Boombo, who's playing in the blue here as the Huns. And they're on this map, coast to mountain. It's a Titans League map for TTL3. And yeah, so there's a couple features on this. There's some water down here, so you can dock here, get some extra fish out. And then also up north, you'll find all the wood lines. And it's a nomad start, so we've seen Dragonlord Freya has chosen the center here to TC and is going to opt and look for some wood south, or maybe this is immediate dock fill, I think. So knows about the fish there and is going to take advantage of that, and does have some straggler trees. So without that, with that dock, you wouldn't be able to afford a lumber camp. But we are also sending a Vil north for that too. So not sure, but Mr. Boombo has settled in the north directly. Doesn't need to worry about moving here or walling up here with a Vil. And this is nice. You do secure wood, but it puts you really far away from the food here in the center. So that's going to be rough. And Dragonlord Freya says, Japanese can afford both. That's really cool. I guess they started with extra wood. Let's see what that upgrade is. And thank you very much, busted in with the follow, Gamerside. Wow, everyone's here that streams too. That's fun. It's not a bonus here. Okay, all right. Lumber camp's cheaper. Got it. That's a nice bonus then. And an interesting move. So I guess that's another reason they've got a strength on water maps. And it's nice to get the insight of the players here too. And not too much waste there getting the boar in. But maybe could have been done a little more efficiently. It's good to meet you too. I've seen you around in like grass streamed and elsewhere. So, but yeah, and I don't think Mr. Boombo here is gonna go for any docks. I'm not sure he's aware of that on this map. He's a newer age buddy. He actually signed up kind of close to when he had joined the group. And as always, it's a welcome to have new members. So I'm not sure how much time he had to put in to practice this, or learn the maps with a specific build order in mind. And I do know that Dragonlord Freya has, so that knowledge on the map can give you an advantage in the game, just as an all around. And the Japanese are really good here too. They've got nice cav archers. I've found that a lot of ranged units on this map do really nice. And I think we're looking for another boar in the darkness. Not sure. This could be a misclick with some bills going forward. A second one was following. And yeah, okay, we're going for this boar up here. Very nice. Oh, and Dragonlord Freya says I actually meant to save Japanese for hideout, but spaced and picked it on this map. That's really funny. I don't mind it. And oh no, the boar, the boar. Oh, that's sad. That's just in time for Mr. Boombo. And if Freya had her camel over here, that could have been a nice way to stop that. Which I would have suggested having anyways, especially if you're gonna lure anyways. Pulling them from that far is it's nice to have a blocking animal or a blocking unit there. Um, but yeah, that's you could always house wall that, and you do. So really nice job. Uh, that's not an easy thing to do, and you are bringing your scout over, and then you have to continuously keep up with that as well. And behind this, you went to straggler trees, which is definitely a good move. Keeps them working. You thought you had four. You didn't mean to lame him. Oh, okay. I mean, it's nice that you're going. That's definitely four boars for you. And I don't know if it actually was gonna. Yeah, that did actually. Would have lamed him, I think. I'm not sure how many he's taken. That might be his third. And this might be his fourth. Maybe there's four for each. And you still have one back here. So maybe there's four and then two neutral. I don't recall. But you've already clicked up Freya, and I'm not seeing any signs of military buildings down. But you're kind of at a timing where you would expect some scouts, 19 pops into scouts. And that's nice. Typically on this map, and let's check how much you've scouted. You have not actually seen the TC. Typically people TC out here for the food, and they'll have a lumber camp on the wood lines. And so wood lines are really nice, nice targets to hit. And yeah, you didn't see this. Wow, that's a sneaky boar. I don't blame you for missing that, honestly. Uh, but yeah, I think 4 is definitely a safe number to focus on, and then you can worry about other things. And you are up in feudal age. And actually, the population is pretty even villager-wise. The only difference are the 4 fishing ship from Freya. And I'm not sure what you're doing here with feudal. Typically, when you get into feudal age, you want to take advantage of it. So it's good you've gotten your upgrade for wood, but getting military out that you can use to get some damage in is advisable, or you're gonna need to make sure you can compete with an FC, because I think that looks to be what Mr. Boombo here is doing. And Mr. Boombo has actually done a lot of scouting, does now know about Dragonlord Freya's encampment here in the south. And Dragonlord Freya says, I went for a slow, fast castle. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it actually. You're saving some food. And a little fight on the scout there. That's nice. Just to assert dominance, that your villagers are not to be messed with. And there seems to be a good amount of food in the bank for Mr. Boombo, but not much more coming in. So if he's going for a fast castle, then I think it's also going to be a slow, fast castle. And yeah, we're going for a stable now, so I do like that. And if you're going to go for a slow, fast castle, you could always get some military out to buy you even more time or a better lead. But you are ahead in villagers. I think we've had a lot more idle time here, yeah, from Mr. Boombo. And that idle time is a product of all of this hunt being so far away. It's been hard for him to sustain the food production. And he's kind of resorted to building a bunch of farms here. And that's going to set him back, too, on getting buildings out for his next age, too. Although he does already have a stable. And he's going for scouts, so he's not worried about going up, but he is going to get some damage in. And I think that's the right move. He's not going to have a fast castle, and he's probably not even going to have that fast of a slow fast castle either. So... but Freya now knows to expect scouts, does queue up 2 spearmen right away, and Freya did get the barracks down here in the south for this encampment. And is going to protect her vulnerable villagers. So that's a really good move. And it's the perfect amount too. You're not overly responding. But you're not going for full greed and not making any military. And having this down while you're on your way up to castle and then going for the next building for the unit you're going to produce is highly advisable. Because when you hit castle age with a fast castle time, you want to instantly produce whatever unit or building you're going for in that age. So if you're going for some CA, you need to get that range down. And it looks like we do have the scouts coming in here now. Hold on 1 second. I'm realizing there's double audio. I need to click out of the game and then pop over into capture age again, and I think that should fix the audio, right? Oh, there's probably just an attack happening in there at the same time. Sorry, that was my bad. I thought I was hearing the game attacks there twice. But hey, the screen didn't get small again, so that's nice. And some nice kills there for Mr. Boombo. Just one kill for Dragonlord on military, but 2 villagers total. And Dragonlord Frey's gonna get a tower up here. I'm not sure what this tower really protects. I would just leave the food there. And if you got a tower here, you're still getting wood and golden stone is protected. So maybe that's a bit of a panic, which is definitely understandable. Scouts in on the wood line. But now we've got knights coming out. This is what I like to see. It's a very sus tower. But we don't have any upgrades either, so those are sus knights. They might actually lose here. They've got enough HP, but I don't know about the attack. Okay, they'll wipe that fine, but upgrades are important. I think you just might lose a knight in the process is all, which may or may not be a good trade-off. And a little bit of a rally point issue there. We're having some idle time on those new villagers. And I think Mr. Boombo is placing down a range somewhere to go for. There's no range. Where's the range? Wait. I don't see a range. Why did we get fletching? Mr. Boombo got fletching, but there's no range, so maybe that's an issue of putting the cart before the horse a bit too much. That res could have been spent towards going to Castle Age or making more feudal army. And I think we're gonna see some more spearmen too, and maybe we're a little anxious about these knights that we saw. But good eco overall. These farms are really nice. There are some farms here from Dragonlord Freya, but a lot of this food count that we see up here for her is this fish, and the fish just gets worse and worse over the course of the game. Docking again does help though, so that's not as bad as it could be. And another TC up here is really good too. All right. And I think these knights could be at least scouting to find the opponent. You don't know what you're going into. Maybe there's already walls. Maybe he's about to get the walls up, Dragonlord Freya. And I like the upgrades though. That's a nice choice. Always going for the armor first with Cav before the attack. It makes them a lot tougher underneath town centers. And it kind of evens out the fight a bit more against anything that's got a ranged attack. Because the knights need time to close this gap. They're a melee unit, and during that time they're going to take some hits for free. So if you lessen that damage, then they're going to last longer and do more attack, even without the +1 upgrade that forging gives. And I think Mr. Boombo could have walled up by now too. I don't know if he saw that. I probably should have looked. But he's going to see this very shortly anyways. And out of the darkness come 5 knights just passing. And I think he does notice it. Probably going to look for his other spearmen. And sees actually some villagers from Dragonlord Freya if he's paying attention. And those villagers are here to bring a castle. And this is going to hit right as Mr. Boombo gets to Castle Age. He's only got 150 stone, so he can't put a castle of his own. And these villagers, oh no, are going to meet a really bad fate. They came out here to Vil fight, but the knights were just waiting. And there are some spearmen here, but the spearmen aren't upgraded to pikemen yet. And the knights have upgrades, so that's going to be a winning fight for the spearmen, or the knights. And yeah, this is really, really tough. I think we're going to see 2 ranges here for CA from the Huns player. And you need to make sure you delete these farms underneath the castle fire. Otherwise, you'll have a villager automatically reassign themselves to this farm and die like that. So that's unfortunate timing there. And this is a really, really tough position to have a castle in. Uh, it's kind of cutting Mr. Boombo off from everything else on the map. He could run this way, but this way is the enemy, and he can't run south either to the southern part where the water is and where there's other resources. So he's got to make it happen in here, and I think we are seeing that CA mass start. We already saw Fletching come in, but we haven't seen anything else come in upgrade-wise. And I think it still would be nice if he added something here in front of the CA. One of the hardest units I ever find to use is a cavalry archer. And while you're learning the timings of the stop micro with them, I think it's really a smart idea to include a trash unit in front, whether that be some kind of cavalry trash like scout, more scout would be fine, or doing some halberdier or pikemen. It just depends what you're facing up against, whether it be skirms or a nightline unit. So. And one other thing too with these CA is, aside from needing a lot of upgrades, is when you have them out and about, you need a lot of them to do damage. And you see there's some issues when you only have 4. We didn't get the snipe we wanted on the villager. But if you wait for maybe 8 minimum, 9 minimum, you can probably get those snipes a lot easier. And I like this. Mr. Boombo is going to run a little bit and expand and get some villagers out in a more safe location with a new TC. Now behind this, Dragonlord Freya is booming. Okay, I like that. That's a really good decision. Collecting the relics. Looks like enjoying the map control found from this early aggression, and has a lot of fishing chips too. This is where you start to fish trap. You've got 700 food or wood. You could either use that for more farms, or with this many fish, just start fish trapping early. Even if you leave some of these fish behind, you're just setting yourself up in the future there. And I like this. Mr. Boombo is not giving up. He got a castle on the face, and he's going to drop one here to stop it. He's going to hold his ground here in the north. Now, I'm not actually sure about that castle. Long term, I don't know if he can hold up here, and maybe walling up there would be good. But I'd be really worried about the darkness here, and so building an outpost here to watch your flank would be really a good idea. Let's see what Dragonlord Freya sees. Doesn't see that at all, so if Dragonlord Freya had been scouting this, and we've seen other sets where people outpost up here to look for any expansion, then that might be another target for Freya to come over and drop the castle that's in her back pocket. It actually is coming down over here to protect the fishing economy, and I'm not sure if these guys are coming back from a haul or getting ready to fish trap, but it'd be great to see that. And I also think once that town center went down, or even before it, you just send a knight back here to look and see what's happening for you, because we actually don't know about that castle yet, and I kind of assumed you saw that castle going up, and maybe you were able to see the villagers building, and it could have been a TC too, but that's something I would look at. And all the upgrades are coming in, so that's really nice. I'm happy to see that. And we have a good mass too of CA. What's that number at? Am I able to double click that? There they are. 11. Okay, so it's getting there. I think you keep going on that, and if you have a castle in your face, you're not thinking about imp unless you can afford a better economy. And let's see, what's the well. I think Mr. Boombo needs to see what Freya's up to, scouting or not, in the background. I think it would be a mistake to not scout to see what the eco is, because if you don't know what the economy looks like, you don't know where the game plan can lead to. Like if Dragonlord Freya is going to click up to imp or not. And floating 3,800 gold, you could buy imp a couple times and certainly do a lot of damage with that. So in that way, Dragonlord Freya is way ahead. This push has really limited the Vil production from Mr. Boombo and doesn't have high idle TC time there, uh, partially because they were out of a TC for a moment in time. And Mr. Boombo is gonna stick with aggression. Is gonna pull out some rams. I think that's a really good move. But if you have rams, you need pikes in the middle, and you need to put them inside the rams, especially if you know that your opponent is up to knights, which that's all we have seen from Freya this game. I built all those farms down there and was like, crap, I should have been fish traps. Yeah, that is true. But you'll get the wood back here very quickly, and you already did. So soon you will need to do that, or you'll just start deleting your fishing ships. And there's some more farms too. Whatever the quicker way is to get food, I think is the better way in the end. Fish traps are nice, but if you can't manage it, you can't manage it. Hey, Chef, good to see you. Welcome back. Well, it depends when you left. But you probably left as Mr. Boombo was getting hit in the face with a castle, and he is now coming back with a pushback of his own. And this comes right as Dragonlord Freya clicks up to Imp. So there are some knights here in the darkness, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to stop this. You typically want 6 rams as a minimum for castles, and 5 is good enough, especially if Dragonlord Freya doesn't react in time. And it's already halfway, more than halfway down. And the CA are going to sit there and kill these knights. The knights don't have the second armor upgrade, so that's another mistake here for Dragonlord Freya. I think if you can buy the food there for the upgrades before or even after you've clicked Imp, then that would really be a good move. And that's a great question, actually. Dragonlord Freya, what's your elo? Because I think I could put that up in here. Hold on. Let's get this here. What is it? I think it's 1,000. Hold on. I want to do this real quick. I've got this up. All I have to do is go up to these signups here for our Age Buddies Weird Brawl. So we have 967 versus, because that's a really good question, 970. Here we go. So pretty even, and thank you for asking that. I'm happy to provide. And we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna come back out, and I'm gonna go boop, and I'm gonna go boop. Nope. Oh no, I did this again. You got above 1K for practicing. Very nice. So I should probably update that. I think it shrunk you guys. Yeah. Hold on. This is a disaster. I need to fix this issue in general, so I don't know what I need to do to tab out. Because I just tabbed out previously and it worked. Yeah, it's very nice progress. Like, I'm not crazy, Freya, right? We've done this once already. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. How do I sling the mouse here? What's another button I could try here? Yeah, it's bad. Okay. And we're getting a sub from Chef. Thank you, Chef. That certainly does make up for it, but you certainly didn't need to. And busting in with that. Thank you very much, and we're gonna get right back into it now. Yes, okay. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. All right, we're going to speed cast. So this is everything you missed, Chef. You decided to sub, and I really appreciated that. So we're going to show you everything that you missed. We started out with the Dragonlord Freya here, casting, or not casting, decided to go for her Nomad start in their center. And then went to Mr. Boombo here up in the north, which was a really interesting start. This actually delayed the TC, so more idle time, and this is also bad because you have to go much farther to get this extra food. Meanwhile, Dragonlord Freya was in the center, was able to take all the deer, able to take 4 boars, decided to go for the chips, and still was able to put a wood line up here on and nice and keep it safe there. Goes for an early feudal age, but doesn't do anything with it. Decides, oh, this is actually going to be a fast castle, but slow fast castle. Because now we're going to go to gold, get some extra wood down here. But we're not making any military until we make barracks here. Meanwhile, we've got 1 barracks up here with Mr. Boomba. And then he's going to go for a stable, which is a good move with not Mongols, Huns. No Mongol pick. Very interesting. Actually, Dragonlord Freya didn't intend to pick this Japanese for this map. Had it for a different strategy, but Mr. Boomba gets in here with a bunch of scouts, runs through, is scared away by those spears. There's a really sus tower here. Not sure why it's there. Should have been on the stone gold with the wood here. This is nice and walled in and safe, so there's nothing that can happen. Oh, look at that. That scout got, or that knight got trapped. Had to go close. Okay, and up here, we're just doing some more booming, trying to get our food up. Finally, kick castle, and out down here in the darkness, we're getting some knights. And what comes out? Oh, there's some more vills. Here they are, walking over. They're gonna drop castle right here on the face. I think that's it. We're almost there. And thank you for bearing with me. I gotta figure out how I can tab out because I need to be able to do that in some of these games. And anyways. We're nearly there. Dragonlord Freya is floating a lot. I didn't see this earlier, but you could have already clicked up to Imperial Age when you dropped that castle and started pushing with siege, or just dropped a siege workshop behind the castle and gone for some siege rams or mangonels too. But taking control of the water down here is really nice too, so I don't mind that. One thing you'd need to do is definitely do a lot more scouting up north, and that would help you prevent that. And you do now. You're going to drop this outpost, but do another one to see a little farther out. And you are. That's a tower, so you at least know there might be a threat coming from there, and you can see it with those CA. And here we are into the ram push, back at normal speed. And oh, what's that? Should we update their elo? Let me do that real quick. It doesn't actually show. Oh, it does show there. That's funny. Actually, Chef, you said something about just checking a box for their elo. I didn't read that because I was panicked trying to get the screen to not shrink on me. But that castle goes down, and Mr. Boombo's gonna just take this this farmland right back. And this still isn't a bad spot, actually. The show elo thing is for ranked games. This is the lobby game. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Doing match would work if this was like a live game. And now Freya is switching from knights to CA of her own. That's a really good move with Japanese as well. But need to catch up on the upgrades. Actually has most of the upgrades, just missing one there. And ballistics too, even. I'm not sure who wins, Huns CA or Japanese CA. I think they're pretty equivalent. I'd lean towards the Huns. Anything special? Cavalry archers cost less, so you can get away with more. But cavalry archers have a +2 attack versus ranged soldiers. So actually, the Japanese CA are better because of the +2 attack versus the Hun CA. Because this is a ranged soldier. Or maybe it's not. Would it be called a ranged horseman? There's very specific wording they use to differentiate that. But in my head, this is a ranged soldier, so... Because if they said archer, then people would say not cavalry archer. And very safe fortifications here for Freya, who did hit Imperial Age. And that's got to worry Mr. Boombo. Mr. Boombo. I keep switching and calling him Mr. Boomba. He said it was fine. He said just roll with it. But that's not his name, Mr. Boombo. And I think that's a smart move to try to get some damage in, although he patrolled and didn't patrol far enough to engage, so they ran back. And he caught them and is now going to move out with his rams too. And that's a good move. I don't know if he saw or thinks there might be a TC here, but there's certainly no castles or towers. So it's a good spot to push. And the response from Dragonlord Freya is not needed. Oh, no, we're bringing all of our CA here, so we're going to get a little bit of a fight and see where we're at. I think the upgrades just came in for Freya, so this is actually a fight that we don't want to see for Mr. Boombo. He's going to get caught off by all these freshly upgraded units. And he is going to be able to click up to Imperial Age too, behind this. And should do that when he can get a moment. Needs to keep his CA safe. Does click up now, and that's good. Save your units. Wait until you're in Imperial Age. And the mission here is going to be to hold from Mr. Boomba, who is actually really relegated to a small portion of the map. Doesn't have much vision either. Except for a camel that is now going to die, and he's going to see that mass of CA has approached. And are we going to see some panic walls here, or is this just going to turn into an evacuation to safer territory from these farms, which it's a shame. And I think having some outposts here would give more vision too of some nearby threats like this castle here. I think that's going to be a surprise. And it's gonna be a really desperate hold here, I think, with some rams that come in. There's nothing that can stop that. CA are gonna be really slow to kill those rams, and we are still waiting on Imperial Age upgrades too. We haven't hit it yet, so that's gonna be rough. These villagers are gonna try, and that's a really valiant effort. Try to hold on, but all those villagers are gonna die now. Oh no. That just is a horrible feeling, and you know you're already on the way, but was just kind of too far behind in pace on this game for Mr. Boombo. Really nice early attacks from, well, actually it was the first attack from Mr. Boombo, but the attack with Castle Age units plus the a castle drop here really limited the eco and set him back. Because they did have fairly competitive Castle Age times against each other. But the castle drop was able to make an impact. And Imp is in. I think we're going to be able to afford some upgrades here barely. And we do actually take out the siege. So we need some trebuchets from Freya here. And 2 are in queue. That's a great move. And also some more siege ram. And I think if Mr. Boombo can settle his mind, get these upgrades, that would make for a really good move. There's also going to be an ad in 2 minutes. I want to pause the ad because this is a pretty critical time. But the last time I clicked out of the game, we had to restart the game. So I'm conflicted. I have no good answer to that. So we'll see what happens. And Mr. Boombo's going for some siege. I really like that too. You need to try some new things against a bunch of CA. So going for these skirms is a good move, but without much food eco behind, you might need to get some really good hits on siege. Unfortunately, these are mangonels, and they're outranged by these cav archers and can't get in close enough to get a good hit. And Imp did come in, but we haven't seen any upgrades for these units. These are still Castle Age units. And one castle goes down, and I think another goes down, and there is just a dominant performance here from Dragonlord Freya, who has certainly put in the work practicing for this set with a really well-played game. Not much I could say wasn't done well. A couple things, but overall, really well done. Has all the upgrades, has a really nice wall push, and Mr. Boombo faces the music here of Dragonlord's victory. Well played. So GG's to both players. It takes a lot to play 1v1s in general. 1v1s are really high pressure, and a lot of people don't like them, especially on the ladder. But for two, it takes another step to sign up for a tournament and potentially be exposing yourself. So well played to both players for that. It was a very entertaining game. I enjoyed it, and I think both players can learn a lot. Really crazy KD there for Dragonlord Freya. Shows where the aggression was after that initial scout rush, and 1,600 relic gold. That's crazy. I'm glad you guys didn't accidentally have that turned on with so much gold collected there too. Almost double. Really, really crazy. All right, and then oh yeah, just the expanding eco behind this too is a nice addition to the aggression. You kept your aggression up, and you kept focus on your push, and you were able to boom behind it. That's really nice, really well played, and even really good for Mr. Boombo here. He's keeping his population constant, and he even recovers a bit too. So I think both players are definitely doing the right things. Just maybe a little bit of map knowledge and changing up where you would put this TC. I think it's just better to put down the TC right away, especially on a nomad start. And this map has a lot of the food in the center too. So no fault to Mr. Boombo. He did sign up into the tournament pretty late, so didn't have the practice time afforded to Dragonlord Freya. Certainly nothing to sell her short, because you can practice all you want, but when it comes to the game, you might be nervous and you still need to perform. So well played to both players. And if you enjoyed this, want to check out more H Buddy stuff, check out all the links in the description. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.